New at 11, a Norfolk man pleads guilty to flying runaway teens to Hampton Roads and forcing them into prostitution. That's according to court documents filed in Norfolk Federal Court. 32-year-old Denzel Loftin is accused of luring a 14 and a 17-year-old to the area. And tonight we're learning more about that operation that stopped him. Sarah Hammond is in the studio with those details.
Well, according to those documents, an undercover law enforcement officer began interacting with Loftin in September of last year. The officer was posing as a 17-year-old girl living in Pennsylvania, and Loftin offered to buy them a bus ticket to Virginia to come work for the self-proclaimed pimp. The next month, authorities caught him flying 2 teens to the area. The FBI's Norfolk office worked with agencies across the country to catch 32-year-old Denzel Loftin. Earlier this year, he pled guilty to sex trafficking a minor. In October of last year, the Denver Child Exploitation Human Trafficking Task Force sent over information about a missing 14-year-old girl who they believed had been trafficked to Virginia. According to court documents in Norfolk Federal Court, authorities saw the child on online commercial sex websites advertising her as a sex worker in Hampton Roads. The documents show Loftin sent the teen flight information to get her to the area. The FBI and Chesapeake police set up an undercover sting operation at a hotel in Chesapeake where they were set to meet with Loftin and 2 teens. According to the documents, the 14-year-old showed up to the hotel with a 17-year-old girl, both homeless runaways.
Children that are displaced from housing, children that are aging out of foster care. So those are some of the vulnerable populations that we do see.
Courtney Pierce works with human trafficking victims at Samaritan House in Virginia Beach. In 2021, the U.S. National Human Trafficking Hotline tracked more than 16,000 victims. And according to Pierce, there are warning signs.
Some things look like dynamics of someone who's just in distress. It seems that they're fearful of the person that they're with.
Pierce encourages anyone who has gone through this to seek help at their own pace.
Know that there are safe folks and safe organizations around that want to hear your story.
Authorities arrested Loftin in the Young Terrace community in November. They say Loftin smashed his phone as authorities approached him. He'll be sentenced November 2nd. Back to you.
And Attorney General Jason Miyares is hosting an anti-human trafficking summit in Richmond tonight and tomorrow. This evening, he and other state leaders hosted a prayer dinner. Tomorrow afternoon, they're hosting a forum. If you or someone you know is a victim of human trafficking, you can get help 24/7. The number for the National Human Trafficking Hotline is there on your screen, 1-888-373-7888. You can also text the words HELP or INFO to 233-733.